That's primarily a benefit to Chevron Oil, which is developing the huge Tengiz oil field, one of the 10 largest oil finds.
The city of Green Lake has one more week before it has to decide the fate of its dam. The Old Mill Pond Dam is deteriorating and has been determined unsafe by the State Department of Natural Resources. On May 15th, the city has to submit to the DNR its decision about what to do with the dam. Green Lake has two options: either reconstruct it or abandon it. Meanwhile, just up the road from Green Lake, repairs are taking place on the Eureka Lock. What makes this lock so unusual is that it's the only one in Wisconsin and perhaps the country that is maintained and operated by a local boating club. Jamie Marvin brings us more on this story.
Armed with paintbrushes and tools, members of the Berlin Boat Club spent the day getting the Eureka Lock ready for the boating season. As one member put it, this is their baby and they're proud of it. Members boast that this is the only privately operated lock in the country. In 1951, the federal government closed this gateway on the Fox River. The boat club worked long and hard to get it reopened, and now it's the club's responsibility.
1951, the locks were closed, and it took about 7 years to get them reopened again. And so since 1958, the club has been operating these locks. And we're probably the only club in the United States that operates a set of locks. We do this all without any state or federal aid.
Another characteristic about this lock which makes it unique is it's the only one in the state operated by an electric motor. In 1962, the federal government turned the lock over to Wisconsin, which the Berlin Boat Club now leases from the state.
We do it to keep this waterway open. The state is losing too much recreational waterway. So we're doing our part by operating and maintaining these locks and all the navigational aids on the Fox River from Berlin to Budimar.
The club decided that they'd like to reopen these locks and keep them open for future generations so that people could boat from Oshkosh to Berlin. And also we're part of Berlin, and we like to have navigation up there to recognize Berlin, and so people come to spend their money in Berlin.
Vandenbergen says the club's operating budget for the lock is between $5,000 and $8,000 a year. All of the money comes from fundraisers and donations. Members are pleased to say not a penny comes from state or federal tax dollars. Jamie Marvin, Action 2 News, Eureka.
Members of the Berlin Boat Club say about 400 boaters use the Eureka Lock every summer. The lock is slated to open May 23rd.